Now to the race for the White House. A New York Times and Siena poll out today on Pennsylvania and Arizona shows Harris up by 6 points in the Keystone State and Trump up by 4 points in Arizona.
Supporters showed up early at this Coachella ranch, awaiting former President Donald Trump.
I think that there's a lot of closet Trumpers in California.
But well before his desert debut in her home state, Vice President Kamala Harris released her medical records. A letter from her physician stated she was in excellent health and possesses the physical and mental resiliency to serve as president, and only noted a few minor issues, including seasonal allergies and hives.
Today I released my medical records, as has, I believe, every candidate for president of the United States except Donald Trump in this election cycle.
The Trump campaign responded with a statement that described the 78-year-old former president in perfect and excellent health to be commander-in-chief and pointed to previous letters from his doctors. But earlier this year, Trump told CBS News he would make his medical records public.
Oh, sure. I would do that very gladly, sure.
If you look at our borders, they're horrible.
Today, the former president courted Latino voters at a Nevada roundtable after vowing a crackdown on migrants who enter the U.S. illegally. The New York Times released its full interview with vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance, in which he repeatedly refused to say if former President Trump lost the 2020 election.
Do you believe he lost the 2020 election?
I think that Donald Trump and I have both raised a number of issues with the 2020 election.
Senator, yes or no?
Okay.
Did Donald Trump lose the 2020 election?
Let me ask you a question.
At a campaign stop in Pennsylvania, he was asked again.
As I said in that interview, and I'm going to say to you right now, I think the election of 2020 had serious problems. You want to call it rigged, call it whatever you want to. It wasn't okay.
Former President Trump heads to Battleground, Arizona Sunday, while Vice President Harris does more outreach with black voters in North Carolina. Nicole Killian, CBS News, Coachella, California.